Hello, my name is Martin. I am the Bishop of Leicester, and I'm sending this video to all those who took part in the Bishop's Children and Youth Council listening report, this time round on the theme of poverty. I want to say a huge thank you to you for taking part in this listening exercise. It is always so helpful for me to be able to hear from you and to get your views around particular issues. And this one on poverty in particular was very interesting for me to see what you thought were the top causes of poverty and indeed the implications of that poverty for many people in our world. Now, you asked me three questions in particular, which I want to reply to now. And the first one was about how do we raise awareness in our schools and our churches of poverty and inequality. And I think the first answer to that is that there are lots of charities that help with this sort of work. So it's not something you have to do on your own, but actually there are charities out there which supply resources deliberately to raise awareness of issues around poverty. There's a group called Church Action on Poverty. It's about churches supporting those who work to help people who are in poverty. You'll find on their website that they have all sorts of great ideas about what can be done to raise awareness. And they're not the only ones. There are all sorts of other charities like Oxfam and Tear Fund and Christian Aid. Some work in this country, some work in countries all around the world. So do take a look at those charities. Secondly, you asked why I thought it was that there was this difference between 89% of you saying that God cares about poverty, but only 24% saying that getting rid of poverty is somehow connected with faith. That's a big difference, 89% and 24%. And I wonder if the difference is because actually when we talk about faith, we think sometimes about going to church, or we think about school collective worship. So we think about these particular activities and we don't connect them with other things like work to get rid of poverty. So we know that God cares about poverty, but actually the way God works in this world very often is through us. It's like a partnership, just like a farmer planting a seed in the ground. The farmer plants the seed, but it's God who makes the seed grow. So we have to do some work ourselves to tackle poverty, and then God enables the growth of that work. So again, back to the charities I referred to earlier, some of the things that they do are things that you could get involved in to help tackle poverty, and then God will also help that. So faith and trust in God go together with action in this world. Then finally, you asked how we could hear more directly from people who were experiencing poverty. It's a really good question, but it's also quite a difficult question to answer, because actually trying to hear from people who have experienced poverty means it's really important to treat them with dignity and respect. It's not easy to admit that you're living in poverty. So again, back to the charities that I've talked about, they have lots of experience in this area of talking with people who are experiencing poverty, but then enabling their voices to be heard more widely in a way that really treats them with respect, which tells us all actually that this is work we have to do together. It's not about one group of people simply helping another group, but actually all of us helping each other. So thank you for your interest in this. Thank you for your feedback again to me. We are trying to do a lot in the Diocese of Leicester to tackle poverty. There's always more that we can do, and I look forward to hearing more from you about what you are doing. Thank you.